Hey, sweeties. So I don't know who needs to hear this, but sometimes I do go into a BL series with pure intentions. Like I read the synopsis, I see the genre tags, I tell myself, yes, this one is going to be about the plot, about the storyline. I'm going to watch this with my brain. And then the series starts, and within 5 seconds, one of the leads appears on screen looking like the human version of a Pinterest board. And I'm like, never mind, forget the plot, forget the trauma. I'm here to simp. And the funniest part, it's not just about them being good looking. It's the way the chemistry just starts jumping out like nobody paid the script any attention after the first 2 episodes. Like we were meant to be solving a mystery or watching someone chase their dreams, but instead we're watching them stare at each other with hard eyes for 10 minutes straight. And somehow, I'm not complaining. I should be confused about the direction of the story, but instead, I'm smiling like a fool and whispering, just kiss already under my breath. I swear, some of these new BL series really said, what plot? Here's a pretty face, a flirty smile, and a love confession in episode 3. And I ate it up because I'm weak. And clearly the writers knew exactly what they were doing. They dangled the plot in front of me like bait, then hit me with romance, tension, and some extra spice that had no business being that intense for a side couple. So in today's video, I'm talking about 4 new BL series I thought I was watching for the plot, but somewhere between the eye contact, the tension, and those random moments that had me kicking my feet, yeah, the plot quietly left the chat. Let's talk about them, because if I suffered through the emotional whiplash and unexpected thirst traps, then you're gonna hear about it. Anyway, speaking of series where the plot checked out early and the spicy tension walked in like it owns the place, My Stubborn, the series, sweeties. I don't even know what to say. I'm 6 episodes in and I've already forgotten what I read in the synopsis. Like, genuinely, what was the plot again? Because I know I went in for the storyline and maybe a little bit for Yoon, but now I'm just here confused and entertained because Boat and Oat are doing something to us that science cannot explain. Like, is it just me? Am I the only one who doesn't know what's going on anymore, but still can't stop watching? Director, come outside, we need to talk. My Stubborn has been giving way more juice than any of us were emotionally prepared for. We're just 6 episodes in, and already the drama is dramming, the chemistry is chemistrifying, and the tension is physically making me clutch my chest like a Victorian widow. At first, I was like, okay, cute little enemies to lover situation, some light bickering, maybe a sweet slow burn, a little blush here and there. But no, these two said, we hate each other, passionately. So passionately that we accidentally fell in love somewhere in episode 2, and now we're just pretending not to notice. 1 second, they're throwing attitude like it's a sport, and the next second, someone's giving a jealous stare that lasts a bit too long. Like, sir, please, you don't even like him, remember? Then explain why your heart is doing backflips every time he breathes, and those intense scenes. Yeah, I had to pause, rewind, scream, and then pretend like I was fine. Because I wasn't. The way they're both so stubborn, like it's not just the title, it's literally their whole identity, makes every tiny moment of softness feel like a major win. They want each other so bad, but their pride is holding them hostage. Honestly, I thought I was signing up for fluff, maybe a little romantic comedy to lighten my day, but what I got was emotional warfare, tension that could light a fire, and silences that are louder than actual arguments. And I'm not even mad. I'm just here, snack in hand, completely invested and absolutely not ready for whatever chaos they're about to throw at us next. Okay, but now we need to talk, like actually talk about Top Form the series, because what I thought I was signing up for and what I actually got, yeah, not the same thing, babes, not even close. I saw the trailer and thought, oh wow, cute industry romance, like what we saw in Tamepo, Heart That Skips a Beat. Maybe some subtle rivalry, a dash of tension, a sprinkle of longing stares, and if we behave ourselves, maybe, just maybe, we'll get a kiss by episode 7. Lies. Deceit. Straight up emotional manipulation. From the moment these two locked eyes, I knew I was in trouble. The air got heavy, my screen got blurry, and suddenly I was like, wait, why am I sweating? Is it hot in here, or is it just Jin? Because tell me why Smart walked into this series and said, forget the plot. I am the plot. Like, hello, Smart? That same baby angel from Don't Say No the series, suddenly he's out here in top form. Pun absolutely intended, giving us eyes, the voice, posture, presence, everything. That man is not acting. He is Jin. Every time he leans in, every time he drops that voice. I mean, this voice right here. I need to take a minute and reevaluate my life. And boom, sweet Jesus, bold, intense, can burn you alive, Boom from Chains of Heart. I thought he was going to walk in with that same energy, all mysterious and emotionally complicated, but nope. He came in soft, smiling, shyly, blushing, doing that giggle. The man said, today, I'm the emotional support bunny, and it works. The switch up is so real, and the way they've completely flipped the expected roles, obsessed, fully obsessed. I promise I really tried to focus on the actual story, 2 actors navigating love in the same industry, but then the smirk started, the stare downs intensified, and suddenly my brain was on strike. Every episode feels like a game of emotional ping pong. 1 minute they're flirting, the next they're pretending they don't care, and the next someone's out here blushing so hard he forgets what scene he's filming. And Boom's character? Sir, you were supposed to be the top dog, but the second Jin walks in with that cocky smile, your soul just leaves your body. You're not fooling anyone. So yes, top form is absolutely living up to the name. The plot is there, somewhere in the background, probably sipping a cocktail while the chemistry runs wild. I came for drama. I stayed for whatever sinful softness these two are serving. And let me be very clear, I will not be letting go anytime soon. I know the series has ended, but for me, I'm just going to step on the replay button and watch all over again until, maybe when I get exhausted. Okay, let's get real about my golden blood, because y'all, what I expected versus what I actually got, wildly different. So I was gearing up for this full-on vampire mood, right? You know the type, broody, mysterious, take-no-nonsense energy, lurking in shadows, probably brooding over some tragic past while wearing a black cloak or something. The classic vampire vibes. I was ready to feel the darkness and danger. But nope. What did we get instead? Romance. Like, full-on, all-consuming romance that basically swallowed the whole plot. I mean, the plot didn't just take a back seat, it disappeared completely, like, poof, gone. The vampires suddenly forgot they were supposed to be scary and menacing, and instead just became hopelessly in love teenagers. And you know what? I was shocked. The cast was shocked. The director was probably shocked, especially Joss. Just listen to what he said for a sec.
The character I had to stop myself because obviously when the script came out, sometimes it was different from what I expected.
So bottom line is, we were all shocked. And their finesse, oh boy, the way they flipped the script, dropped the brooding act, and gave us smooth, sweet, awkward, adorable romance moments, not what anyone saw coming. Honestly, I came in for a vampire BL, the first of its kind, mind you, and I stayed for the romance. I forgot about all the blood-sucking and darkness because the love story was just that good. So here I am, sipping tea, watching vampires fall in love and losing my mind over it. Finally, the boy next world. Expectations versus reality. Whew, what a ride. When I heard timeline and time travel, I was like, oh, okay, multiverse chaos incoming. I was fully expecting to see Cirrus zipping between alternate universes, confronting different versions of himself, battling destiny, Marvel-level confusion, but make it BL. I even mentally prepared myself to take notes, draw timelines, maybe open a spreadsheet like I did in Beyond Cloud's 4 Minutes. I was ready to work, okay? But what did we actually get? Confusion. Just pure confusion. Not time travel, not timelines, just vibes in a foggy dream sequence. Until the series ended, I still couldn't tell you exactly what the plot was. Like, was he dreaming? Was this a glitch in the Matrix? Did someone forget to write the sci-fi parts and just went, you know what? The fans will be too busy staring at BossNoeul to notice. And guess what? They were right. We didn't notice. Or maybe we noticed and just didn't care because Boss and Noel were doing too much in the best way possible. The timeline thing, barely scratched. The time travel, more like time suggestion. They sprinkled the idea of it in like seasoning, just enough to say it's there, but not enough to actually taste it. It was giving sci-fi inspired by a dream you half remember after waking up. But did I care about the plot? Not even a little bit. I gave up trying to understand the timeline around episode 4 thereabout. I stayed for the game, the spice, and the Boss and Noel supremacy. Because my God, did they serve. I wasn't even watching for the story anymore. I was watching to see how many times Cirrus and Pooh could make eye contact and make me gasp like I was the one falling in love. The tension? Deliberate. The way they look at each other like they're constantly one scene away from either making out or breaking hearts. Iconic. Legendary. Behavior. So yeah, I came for the sci-fi, I stayed for the spicy side eyes, the plot that made less and less sense every week, the lingering stares that felt illegal, and the absolute BossNoeul madness that hijacked my screen, melted my brain, and had me giggling like a fool at 2 a.m., and I regret nothing. Look, maybe I did start all 4 of these series telling myself, I'm here for the story. I'm serious this time. But somewhere between the longing stares, the unexpected spice, and the dangerously attractive leads who really had no business being that fine, I lost the plot. Literally. And honestly, I'm okay with that. Because at the end of the day, we're not just watching for the storyline. We're watching for the feelings, the butterflies, and yes, the crop tops, not the literal ones, but the kind that sneak into your heart and make you forget what the synopsis even said. So if you, like me, came in with noble intentions but stayed for the pretty faces and criminally good chemistry, just know you're not alone. We're all in this spicy, sparkly, slightly plotless BL boat together, and I wouldn't want it any other way. And with that, sweeties, I'm going to go rewatch a few scenes for scientific purposes, just to analyze the plot again. If you've also been personally victimized by any of these dangerously charming leads, drop your favorite I was watching for the plot moment in the comments. Let's laugh, cry, and thirst together like the emotionally unstable BL fans we proudly are. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with a friend who also pretends they care about plot lines. Until next time, stay soft, stay spicy, and beware of the crop tops. They will ruin you. Bye.